Well, we used to live in London, and we hadn't played Paris in a while, like whenever we lived over there. And then we've done it about 3 times in the past year, and every time we come, the crowds are really good. This is our biggest Paris show to date. I think Crybaby is the first one, and a bunch of other ones. It's a surprise. To continue a band's success, you know, we're 4 albums deep. You sort of have to change your sound a little bit and stay concurrent with the times, and we can't keep writing the same album over and over, you know. So that's pretty much what we did on this album. It's more probably lyrics that relate to his life and things that he's got going on, you know. And we like to make it to where when people are listening to the songs, they can relate to him, you know. If he talks about something like that, then it can help someone through rough times, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was good. We did a couple of tours with them before. They're managed by the same company we are, and through touring with them, became friends with them, and then when the time came up to do the album, he was one of the options. We ended up going with him, and it worked out really well. Well, Matt directed the video, so it's kind of his vision on there, but I think it's more about trying to really bring out the artistic edge in the video relating to the song, you know? And I think he did a good job, and it turned out pretty well. We're working on a new album in the sense of like we're starting to come up with ideas. We haven't really like sat down as a band in a room because we've been touring constantly still on Tell Me I'm Pretty, so it's more about just sort of gathering ideas for the point when it comes when we get off the road, we can go sit in a rehearsal room and start putting them together. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but and honestly, I don't know if we'll actually have the time to record an album and then release it by the time this year's over. I mean, hopefully, maybe, but it'll probably be next year before it's released. We go into albums not like with this is what we definitely want to write. You know, we sort of just take a wide range of everything that we can and then pick out what we feel is the best at the time, because our music has matured with our age as well. You know, our first album we wrote when we were like 20, and I'm 33 now. It's 13 years ago. So, I mean, the times have changed, music has changed since then, and our tastes in music have changed, and it relates to our life in general, you know. The rock band back in the 80s and 90s was like massive, you know, and then now it's more electronic and hip hop artists, which isn't a bad thing. It's just rock bands have to do things to stay current in the times and change their style of music. They can't play the same things over and over, you know. I mean, I could probably say of all time my favorite song is When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin, but I like, just like any other person, go through movements where if I listen to When the Levee Breaks like 100 times in a row throughout a month, then I don't really want to hear it again for a while after that, you know. So it's more about just what I feel at the time. But if I had to take 3, I'd probably take Led Zeppelin #3 and probably one of the early White Stripes albums, and then probably a Beastie Boys album. Yeah, that sounds about good. No, I mean a good drummer, like the technical drummers like Steve Gadd or any of those dudes are phenomenal drummers. They're exceptional at their instrument, but you know, a good drummer defines its definition is based upon what he's doing. So like take Meg White and the White Stripes, you know, very simple drummer. A lot of people think she's a terrible drummer, but she was perfect for what the White Stripes was doing. So if you're in a rock band, the best drummer you can be is to play for the song. That's what I always tell like kids who are coming up and stuff. It's just like, if you're in a band, play for the song, don't play for yourself. You know, if you're a drummer trying to play like a simple rock groove and you're doing like a solo every 4 bars, it doesn't fit with the song, it's not gonna make the song sound good, you know? So that's pretty much, it's based upon what band you're in and what you're doing, and that's not taken away from like, you know, the people like Meg White or AC/DC's drummer or Steve Gadd and the technical drummers, because there's a huge like plethora of what makes a drummer good, you know what I mean? No, I don't really play favorites. I like them all. They're good. The faster songs are funner to play on drums, but I like all the songs. I mean, honestly, probably the majority of America is not very happy, but you know, a silent majority voted him in, and that's only because Hillary Clinton pushed out Bernie Sanders. You know who Bernie Sanders is. He was going to be the Democratic Party. Well, she pushed him out and illegally took his spot, because Bernie Sanders would have been the best president for America and would have won the Democratic Party and the presidency by a record vote. So she illegally pushed him out, and in turn screwed herself over, and she's the one who propped Donald Trump in for presidency through all the leaked WikiLeaks emails. I get into all that stuff. I'm not a political person. Our country tries to divide our people a lot, whether it's race or religion or political party, and I don't take a side on either of that. I really feel like it should be the people against the government or the system, just in the sense of like, we need to keep our government in check. I'm not for Donald Trump or against him at all. I didn't vote. I think whoever's in the president's office is controlled by all the people around him, and it's a bigger system. And honestly, the two-party system is an illusion of choice that's given to the people, and it's something that I don't have a strong stance on and go for. You know what I mean? I'm on the side of the people. Hey, I'm Jared Champion from Cage the Elephant, and check out United Rock Nations.